Today we're making a delicious chocolate cake. Start by preheating your oven at 360. You'll need 2 cups of granulated sugar, 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cups of cocoa powder, 1½ teaspoon of baking soda, 1½ teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 eggs, 1 cup milk, a ½ cup vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, and 1 cup boiling water. I started off by adding my all-purpose flour. Then I proceeded to add my 2 cups of granulated sugar. Then I added my cocoa powder. Then my baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Then I gave it all a good mix. As you can see here, I add my 2 eggs in a large mixing bowl. Then I add my oil, milk, vanilla extract, and mix it all up. Don't forget to give your eggs a quick whisk before mixing them all together. Here I mix my wet and my dry ingredients together. You want to make sure everything's completely mixed up. Boil your 1 cup of water. Add your boiling water in slowly. This did smell really good though. As you can see, the cake batter got really liquidy, so I decided I'd add a bit more flour. I added about 4 tablespoons of flour. Here I'm adding some chocolate chips. I added dark chocolate chips and about 3 handfuls. You can add 4, but that was how much I liked in my cake. Then I sprayed my pans. If you have parchment paper, you can use that. I did have parchment paper, but I wanted to show you guys how you can use it without parchment paper. You can either add butter or you can use spray. I used butter spray, but oil spray will work too. Then you want to take half a handful and put it on each tray or pan. As you can see here, I'm sifting it all around my pan. Then you want to go ahead and hit the back of your pan and let the flour spread all over it. Then I made a delicious chocolate glaze, which include 4 tablespoons of butter and 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar. You'll also need about 5 handfuls of chocolate chips. If you don't have chocolate chips, you can just use normal old chocolate. Then I decided to add all my chocolate glaze into a Ziploc bag. You don't need anything fancy like a piping bag. Once your cakes that have been sitting in the oven for 30 minutes are done, you can go ahead and add that glaze to the top. Over here I'm using a toothpick to just check if they're done. If the toothpick or fork comes out clean, that means they're done. So I made a stupid mistake by putting the glaze while they were in the pans, because in the end I still had to pull the cake out. So it did end up getting ruined, and I also did do that for the loaf pan, but it's fine. It doesn't have to look pretty as long as it tastes good. I never really compliment my food like this, but I will tell you guys, this cake was delicious. In my opinion, it tasted better than any restaurant cake. I absolutely loved this cake and couldn't get over it. I can't believe I made this. Bye! Don't forget to like and subscribe.